Why does she look like she's just asked her pal to do a mini photo shoot at pre-drinks before the taxi arrived? You know, a little bit tipsy, putting the hands in the pockets. Yeah, get a cute pic of me, thanks. Yeah, probably the first time she's ever put her hands in her own pockets instead of dipping into everyone else's. Oh. Hey everyone, my name is Jake and welcome to Murdered by Words, where we're going to be looking at people who just are good with words. They're really good with words, and somehow they put them together to make this string of words that just puts down someone else. Most of the time it's on Twitter, because that's where stupid people go to tweet random things no one really asked. And then they get a reply, which gets ratioed, and then yeah, it's good. Enjoy. Hi guys, I'm looking for a book of low-calorie recipes, about 1700 per day, because the foods I've been eating has started to look the same. Does anybody have any recommendations? I greatly appreciate it. Okay, calorie counting doesn't work. I do it all the time and I gain weight. Just do intuitive eating instead of starving your body like you do before you regret it for good. Besides, why are you complaining? All you eat goes straight to your butt anyway. Haha. Look, I'm gonna be blunt since you decided you can comment on my eating and my body. You need an extra serving of reality instead of an extra serving of lasagna. First of all, I've witnessed how you eat firsthand, and I've seen what you log. You eat breaded chicken salads covered in cheese and Thousand Island or ranch. You only count the salad and log it as if it was grilled. Instead of drinking water or even a diet soda, you drink those big bottles of naked juice and you don't log those either. Second of all, girl, this is not the first time that you have alluded to me starving my body. Eating frozen fruit bars instead of ice cream, thin garden vegetable pizzas instead of thick pepperoni, pickles instead of chocolate, and grilled chicken sandwiches instead of double quarter pounders is not starving my body. It's being disciplined and finding a middle ground while still satisfying my cravings. You thought you were doing something cute by commenting that, but I am not the one. Take several seats and reanalyze what you said because you look like a bigger butt than the one I apparently have. Bruh, it was over as soon as he said take multiple seats. It's like, wow. Foxcare says LGBT rainbow flag is just as offensive as the Confederate flag. They represent the exact same thing. Remember that time LGBTQ people got together and plunged America into bloody civil war so they could own straight people as property? Yep, raised on gay plantation in the Bay Area, knitting tiny sweaters for Bichon till our hands bled. My parents died in the glitter mines. I can only imagine how hard it was. I'm sure people still have PTSD from the confetti cannons that were fired. People with depression do not need a doctor and a bottle of something that rattles. They need a pair of running shoes and fresh air. Yeah, people with asthma do not need allergists and emergency inhalers. They need bicycle helmets and fish bowls. People with ulcerative colitis do not need a physician and anti-inflammatory medication. They need books and a light bulb. People with diabetes do not need insulin. They need a fishing rod and a bowl of nail polish. People with illnesses that they have no control over do not need properly educated in health professions and treatment options. They need completely arbitrary items that do not connect directly to their illness. People who are this ignorant about mental health need to be educated. This attitude towards receiving treatment and gaining proper diagnosis cannot be tolerated. Anything you reply to Katie Hopkins is just going to be a Murdered by Words. She literally said on live TV, I don't like kids' names that are geographical, and then her kid is called India. Like, that's the most geographical name you could get. Have you ever thought about how all these humans have gotten here after thousands of years with no vaccines? Vaccines were invented less than 200 years ago. The guy that invented them realized it was a bad idea. Now look at all these ignorant people acting as if vaccines is their god. Seriously folks, wake up. Vaccine Nazis are the worst. Most everyone has survived these diseases, and basically pro-vaxxers are saying that you were designed deficient and you need a man to fix you. Pure stupidity. Take your vaccines and leave the ones who don't want vaccines alone. In 1736, I lost one of my sons, a fine boy of 4 years old, by the smallpox taken in the common way. I long regretted bitterly and still regret that I had not given it to him by inoculation. This I mention for the sake of parents who omit that operation on the superstition that they should never forgive themselves if a child died under it. My example showing that the regret may be the same either way, and that, therefore, the safer should be chosen. Ben Franklin, 1793. Vaccines existed well over 200 years ago, were a known science even then, and were proven successful. Also, the guy that invented them realized it was a bad idea. Which guy exactly? The guy? Does he have a name or something that isn't a figment of your imagination? Listen, I know you're fairly outclassed in comparison to one of our nation's most eminent thinkers, but that doesn't mean you need to lean into it and run the opposite direction. I really think that's dumb. Surely you've learnt by now. The thing of saying, oh, just leave us alone. If we don't want to take it, we don't have to. It's our body. No, that's the whole point in the vaccine. You have to get everyone to take it, or at least like a majority, otherwise it won't work. And that's why you gotta take it. That's why everyone's still gotta, get annoyed at you. Supply and demand. Do some research on economics. Good luck, man. Oh, I got my minor in macroeconomics. Here's the problem with the scalper's market principle. You believe you control supply, which you don't because you do not create the supply. Unlike concert tickets with a set limit and time frame, you are trying to sell a console you did not produce or add value to. You have a ticking time clock because once Microsoft increases supply, by next week, you will have a lower market threshold since more consoles will be readily available. Oh, and let's check out this. Robert reduced the price to $925. $900. Change the description. $875. Change the description again. $850. Oh, I see supply has gone up and you can't find a buyer now. I wish one day, like, a big company released all the PS5s or something, and obviously not PS5s, but like a brand new games console or something scalpers were gonna buy, and then they released it, all the scalpers bought them out, so they made it just so bots could buy them. So these scalpers had tons and tons of them, and then they just released their next bunch, so that all the scalpers just had hundreds of them, and then it was widely available, and they just lost a load of money. That's what you should do. From a pitch I made for blank, but didn't make the cut, about an outsider finding solace in places considered strange, among stranger people. It's gay, has eldritch creatures, and has gay eldritch creatures. Hope to continue it in the near future. Alright, that's a pretty cool piece. Ooh, nice art, but don't be gay, please. Ah, cool, thanks. People who tell me what to do with my art normally pay me, so how much are you thinking of? I don't know why I find that funny, but just the guy going, don't be gay, please. Just turn that off for me, thanks. This was under a post about a woman finding her cat alive 16 days after a tornado. Oh, that's actually really good. Animals have no emotion. The cat doesn't think the way you want him to. They act on pure instinct. They don't love anyone or even other family members. This cat did not miss this woman, but was only showing distress because it was hungry. The woman is being used by the cat. It's sad that you haven't realized this. Redditors only love animals so much because they are the only things that will show them attention. Any attention is good to them, even if it's negative. Cats do not love humans, but they find them useful. Yeah, the reason nobody loves you isn't because of their lack of capacity, it's yours. You cannot tell me this guy right here is loved by anyone. With like a take like that, shut up. Just had a large group over to lunch and we hugged and ate and talked and put the world to rights. It was lovely. You'll never take that away from people. Stay out and protect your rights. If the NHS can't cope, then the NHS isn't fit for its purpose. Compliance is violence. And then this person replies, just held a person's hand as they died alone, without their family or loved ones by their side. Glad you enjoyed your meal. That is like the perfect way of telling this person just to shut up. Like, why? Why are you such a loser? Google Stadia says, we can't wait to explore Night City the instant it's live. Yeah, I bet all 12 Stadia users can't wait. Did you come up with this joke all by yourself, sport? Of course you did. No one else in the history of the world is this clever. Do you have a newsletter or provide seminars on how to be clever so I can learn from an obvious master? Oh no, I've upset Stadia user number 9. For real, does anyone actually use Google Stadia? Is that actually a thing that's used? I'm pretty sure the guy that came out and said like Twitch streamers shouldn't be able to play games without paying thousands and thousands. Like, maybe not play Google Stadia. Pfizer and BioNTech vaccine, accuracy 94%. Moderna vaccine 94.5%. Oxford vaccine 90%. Indian recovery rate without the vaccine is 93.6%. Do we seriously need vaccine? Yeah, 93.6% recovery means 6.4% die. 95% vaccine accuracy means there is a 95% chance you won't be in that 6.4%. Also, recovery comes side effects physically and mentally, and seeing this tweet, I can say people like you need the vaccine most, as you can't afford to lose any more brain cells. Seriously, I don't understand. Do people not understand that even with like a 99% recovery rate, taking the vaccine is good because that stops like 20 times the amount of deaths, I'm pretty sure. Just research it a bit more. If you don't want to do any research and you want to watch more videos, then you can do that too. Look, 2 videos right there, or you can subscribe and then watch them every day, because I do every day. That's pretty nice, right? You can like the video as well and comment and stuff. Yeah, thanks.